everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new. My name is Rachel and I go by Rachel Ray on the internet, and this is the video where Luna and I will tell you all about cross stitch and what we've been up to. And in this particular video there's not a lot of cross stitching, and I apologize for that, but I do have a playlist which I'll put up here so that if you're interested you can go and check it out. Are you nice and comfy now? I have a dog that's very extra as well, if you couldn't tell. And her paw is fine. Don't worry. It's a long story, but she's fine. Okay, so before I begin today, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of the new people who have stumbled across this channel and decided to subscribe. I have reached 23,000 subscribers as of a few days ago, and I am just like wowed. And a little overwhelmed by that, but I thank you sincerely. Thank you so much for sticking around and wanting to come and join my little journey here in Crafty World. I usually only do one video dedicated to cross stitch a week, but I like to do flip throughs of magazines, and if you have a request for a video that you would like to see, maybe I can try to make it. I am a beginner stitcher as well. Like, I only started last September, August, September. So, anyway, somewhere around there for the Stiach. Stiach.com. They hold a stitch along every year, and that was my first toe dip into cross stitching. So you can only imagine where it went from there. I suppose my style is modern, playful, cutesy. I like that kind of stuff, but I also can appreciate a good mirabilia. I've reached out for samplers, but honestly, and don't tell anyone, but I'm thinking about designing my own sampler before stitching a reproduction of an older sampler, if you know what I mean. I love the idea of building my own sampler, and I've seen several people here on YouTube who have wonderful Flosstube channels that have designed their own as well, and it's so inspiring. Like, I can't even begin to think of where to start. Personally, I myself am not really, I wouldn't consider myself artistic. I'm creative and I'm artistic minded, but I'm not an artist, if you know what I mean. I haven't practiced. An artist is just a person who has practiced a lot, right? So that is kind of why I am drawn to cross stitching. I'm sure you weren't here for the backstory of my cross stitching journey, but here you go. But yeah, no, I just find that it kind of allows you to be creative without having to overthink it and get a lot of anxiety from that. Following a chart is quite simple, and then you have a beautiful piece of art afterwards, and that's what I love about it, and that's what I want to promote on my channel, is using art as therapy for adults. So, and I mean everyone, but specifically this channel is aimed for those who are over 13. So let's get into my whips. I don't have any finishes and I don't have any new starts. I was very good this week in those terms, but so this is a little deceptive. I'm wearing this really nice hoodie. I just got this from Bittersweet Paris, the same place where I got my JoJo's Art hoodie. And this one, they sent me, I'm such a sucker. They sent me an email and they were like, it's like 70% off. And I was like, okay. So it's a really cool hoodie. And if my friend Stephanie Wolfpack is watching, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So I have a really cool hoodie. And don't mind those. Sorry. Those are my headphones. So, right, cross-stitching. First up is, and I'm not taking it out of the Q-snap because I'm going right back to stitching. This is my Woodland Creatures Mystery Stitch Along by 4 boys and an NL girl. And it is on 32 count. I believe it's 32 count picture this plus helix in the crystal, the opalescent. You can see it kind of shimmering there, can't you? What I'm planning on doing, while my camera decides to focus, that's better. So I decided that what I'm going to do with this particular stitch along is I'm going to stitch all of the ornaments in a row. Now I might go back and change that later, or, you know, do it again, but differently. But I thought that it'd be nice to have just like a couple little critters lined up in a row, and that it would be super cute. She says that you should have enough fabric, and this is why I took it off like this. You should have enough fabric to do it twice. So that's awesome. This is just one of those, they call it a fat eighth, I believe. It's a smaller cut. It's, I think it's is it the 18 by 27? I think so. Yeah. So anyway, that is I haven't really done anything, to be honest. The last time that I showed it to you, I had the words and I had the wreath, but now I have the bottom corner of a little bear, and it's going to be so cute. I'll make sure that I put a picture up so you can see him. Super cute. Today, just before I started filming, they actually released the next ornament with the wreath. So the wreath on the second ornament goes all the way around in an oval shape, and there's going to be a critter inside. I have no idea what that's going to be, but it's going to be super cute. So super excited to see what that's going to be. The wreath part is all confetti, meaning that there's a lot of color changes or a lot of counting, because you got to figure out where the colors go. And this is a linen. This is a beautiful, I believe this is a cashel. Yeah, picture this plus uses cashel, right? And I really enjoy it. It's easy to see where the holes are, and I don't get confused. The slubs aren't too big. There are some irregularly shaped ones, but not like the other ones. I can't remember the name of them. Sorry, still new. But, you know, it's really enjoyable to stitch. It's a very easy stitch. You only have to focus on it for a short period of time. So it's easy to feel like you're getting ahead, you're participating well, you're getting wins and finishes. And I really like that about this, Sal. So thank you so much to the creator of this pattern. I'm really enjoying it, even though I'm a little bit behind now, but that's okay. I'll catch up. I'll catch up today. That's what I want to focus on today. So I did that this morning, just those, whatever that is, 12 stitches. Does that count? I don't think so. But it is really enjoyable. And next up, and lastly, yeah, you heard that right, is my yoga corns, Sal. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the picture here. If you've been with me for a while, you know this. Yoga corns. I'm on the middle unicorn. I believe she's doing Warrior 2 or Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Anyway, I haven't done yoga in a few years. Can you tell? Please don't answer that question. Okay. Be nice. So, I have started backstitching. Yep, I finished the full stitches and I started the backstitching. And you can tell that it's a unicorn now. And I'm sorry I didn't iron it, but hey. So that's what she looks like so far. The backstitching is not complete at all, not even a little bit. But I'm going to tell you this. So the pattern tells you to use 1 strand, 2 strands, and 3 strands of different DMC. So for example, in the black, you've got different areas of the unicorn with varying degrees of thickness of lines, right? I would highly recommend that anybody who is interested in doing this pattern, if you want to join us, please join the Sal. I'll put it right here, the Yoga Corn Sal. We would love to have you. It's me, Jessie at Mislaid Pages, and Heike at Stone Cold Coffee Crafts. We're doing it together, and anyway, if you want to do this with us, or if you want to do it on your own or whatever it is, I'm just going to give you a fair warning. Do it in 14 count or 28 count fabric, because when you get to the back stitching, I can't use 3 strands. I don't have enough room to stick the thread in. So I'm actually doing 2 strands where it says 3 strands at the moment. And I'm going to continue doing that because 3 strands is too difficult for me to do on this, the way that I have it now, which is sad, but oh well. If you did a higher count, I don't even think that the metallic would work. You know what I mean? So please be careful and follow my advice. I really, really, really like this unicorn. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of it and put it on the screen because I know how my camera is, and trust me, today is a bad day weather-wise. Like, it is what we call soft. And soft is my least favorite type of weather, where you have, it's like a drizzle, but it's not even a drizzle. It's like a fine mist. And it would be fine, it would be great, except there's no wind. And have you ever been to a theme park? And they have those mists under those wisteria tunnels. I mean, I used to go to this place called King's Dominion when I was growing up. All the time. We were like super season passers. And we would run for those wisteria, and you would just get like soaked, drenched in this mist, and then we would run around to create air to cool us off. Those were the days. Anyway, it doesn't work like that here. And it certainly doesn't work like that when you're like over 12 years old, because I don't run like that anymore. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I really like this. I want to finish the back stitching, and then I might put it away for a little while. Or who knows, I might continue on it. Maybe I'll be the first one to finish it. I doubt it. I'm of the opinion that I will start a stitch along, but please do not expect me to finish it, because yeah, that's too much pressure. It's too much pressure. So this week, I'm gonna go into haul now because there's only one thing. It's a very light week, y'all. This week I did a lot of yarn dyeing, so we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But it was very hot. The weather has been sticky and humid and gross, and I don't feel like cross stitching. I've been diamond painting instead, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like I feel cold and hot at the same time. So I'm sure that some of you understand what I'm going through. So the only piece of haul is from the Homemakery. I love their little logo card. It's so cute. The homemakery.co.uk. Little lady at a sewing machine. And I went ahead and I ordered the kit for the Midnight Way, which is by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. So I got the kit. Now I haven't taken it out of the bag yet because I wanted you to see how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. It's like a really nice muted rainbow. So Midnight Way is going to be a Halloween stitch along that starts on September 1st? Or is it August 20th or something? Honestly, I'm not sure. Look at me. I have no clue. But I got my pack, and I'm so excited for this stitch along. One, because it's on purple fabric. I got the 28 cashel, which is called Whimsy, I believe. Oh boy. It's washing it out a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit more true. So back here is where the true color lies. It's this gorgeous lilac, and it's called Whimsy. I love the modeling. I'm really liking Picture This Plus fabric, and now I know why it's always out of stock. So this is a fat eighth of the fabric, and it came with the DMC, and there's even black etoile, which I'm really excited for. that's going to be starting soon, and I am going to try to keep up with that as it goes, unlike all of my other stitch-alongs. You know how at the start of the year we were like, oh, 2020 is the year of the stitch-along. I didn't realize how many cool pattern designers there are and how many different stitch-alongs I want to do. But some of them are more hefty than others, and I can't keep up with hefty right now. It's too hot. I don't have time to sit down and stitch. I'm just too busy doing gardening stuff and all that other stuff. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, do I have 3 or 4? I have 4. I had to think there for a second. I have 4 hens. Tina Turner, Patty, after Patti LaBelle, Patsy Cline, and Whitney, after Whitney Houston. I always name my hens divas. I just do. Female singers. Love it. It makes them more fun. They're all doing really well, but I have to take care of them. I have to take care of the garden, the polytunnel. I've got cucumbers coming out of my ears right now, and we're about to be swarmed with tomatoes. So, tomatoes, whatever. You know you've been living in Ireland too long when you start speaking with an Irish twang. But anyway, so that is kind of occupying my time at the moment. My husband is making a brand new bed out the back, which we've laid the foundation down for, but we still have 2 1-ton bags sitting over here, and so we have to carry dirt back there every day. We're trying to space it out evenly so that we have a nice garden next year, but I digress. I'm sorry. I'm doing lifey stuff, but that's kind of, I'm just trying to explain. And my friend that was here last week, the week prior, she has come back. She just came in yesterday, so we went out to dinner, and we're going out to dinner tonight, and so I just don't have time to stitch. That's the reality of it. But I'm sure that you have time to stitch, so I want to do something special. I want to do a giveaway. Yesterday I had a flip through of the World of Cross Stitch magazine issue 297, the September issue. And in that issue came this cute little Furry Tales kit to make a little hippie card. Isn't she adorable? I love her little tie-dye shirt, and she's just so adorable. This is going to be yours. All you need to do is listen. Do not say giveaway, because your comment gets flagged and it gets deleted. I do not like people watching just to get giveaways. They're not big giveaways. Not right now anyway, but you know what I mean? If someone writes giveaway, then you can search for giveaway, and then my video might show up, and then, it's not very fair. It's not fair to you all. So please don't use the word giveaway. If you want to win, make sure that you have filled in the Happy Mail form, which I have linked down below. So if you scroll under the video, you'll see a description box or an arrow. You need to open up that arrow so that the whole box will show. You'll see where I've put links for things. I put a link for all of the links. I call it my link haven. That's where I organize all the things that I talk about. So if you're ever like, where did she buy that bag, or where did she buy that fabric, I'll have the link in that place. But for the Happy Mail form, it's actually under where it says social. So if you are looking to get in touch or wanting to connect with me on my social media accounts, all that, it's down there at the bottom. And at the very top of that, it says Happy Mail form, and it's a Google Doc. So please click on the link, put in your details. You need to be 18 or over, please. Please. I don't want to get in trouble. You can ask your parents' permission, and your parent can put their name in. That's perfectly fine. But I just don't want to get in trouble, okay? So to win this, after you've done those things and, all the good things, somewhere in your comment, please write mouse. Let's keep it simple. Mouse. M-O-U-S-E. Don't come at me, Disney. So I'm going to make sure that I write it down. while you're writing your comment. I would like to stitch the mouse, or you can tell me a story about a mouse. Whatever you want to do, just as long as you write the word mouse. This is a kit with 14 count Aida, 24 lengths of stranded cotton thread. Doesn't say DMC. You will have to color match, but it shouldn't be hard. Color chart and key, pretty illustrated card, and envelope. And if you have trouble with colors, or if you're colorblind, please let me know if you are, so that in your comment, so that I can organize it for you and then send it. Okay, I'll do that for you, no problem at all. In fact, I might do that anyway. All right. Where do I want to go next? So there's that. Yes, there's that. Okay, so I'm waiting on an order from Arts and Designs. I am going to be getting the rest of the DMC colors that I need for the Dark Queen of the Seas stitch along, which I have mostly kitted up. There's only a few skeins that I needed, something like 10 skeins or something. And 2 of the skeins that I couldn't get from Arts and Designs, I'm getting from my friend Jessie. She's about to send me a massive box. So watch out for that, because that's going to be the haul to end all hauls. Would you be interested in a haul only video? Because it's going to be big. It might take over the Flosstube. I could do 2 videos in the one day. And then that way, for those of you who don't like haul, don't have to watch. Or would you prefer to have the haul at the end of that video? Let me know. Let me know down below. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. So that's coming soon. And that is that for haul. Let's talk about knitting. I didn't do any knitting. I've been thinking about knitting. I've been thinking about casting on some socks. You might remember it's right there. Oh, by the way, these are all dashing nails. They're press-on adhesive nails. I do have a discount code for them, so if you're interested, I'll put the details down there, and you can get buy one, get one 50% off. It's a good deal. They do last for quite a while. I mean, if you take care of them, they're going to last for, a week or something. I have worn them for over a week before, the shorter ones, but these ones, I'm not used to nails like this. I feel like a cat. It's pretty cool. I've never had nails like this, but they are getting destroyed because I work hard. I work hard, and I'm probably taking them off today. Let's be honest. But they're great for special occasions. Anyway, I'm not affiliated with that company. I just want to let you know, because sometimes people are like, hey, how'd you get your nails done? Right. Yarn. So, okay, let me think. Coffee. Cold coffee. Cheers. Earlier this week, it was ridiculously hot for Ireland, for where I live. I think it got up to 24 degrees Celsius. Hang on. Can't even type. 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it was hot. That feels very hot here. So the sun was beating down. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. And I was like, that's right. I got to get into this. So a while back in January, Stone Cold Coffee Crafts and it was my idea, I think, because I had been watching Michelle Bendy Stitchy, which if you haven't seen her, please check her out. She's great. She's a fabulous designer, stitcher, craftivist. She's a craftivist. She's excellent. I love her. I would be best friends with her if I were. Okay, that sounds weird. Sorry, Michelle. So she was getting into knitting at the end of last year. She had ordered what's called a yarn advent calendar. And I watched her open up like a little mini skein every day during her Flossmas, which is like a video a day during the Christmas season. And so let's just chat for a sec. So, I was enabled immediately. I was like, how do I get one of these things? How do I knit? I want to do this. I am enabled by YouTubers, and I realize that it's the karma for being an enabler. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it happens to me too. So I was like, okay, where do I get one of these yarn advent calendars? And I went all over Etsy, and that's how I discovered Curio Yarns and the Witcher Yarn Club and everything. And oh my God. But obviously it was like, oh, well, it's a year from now. You know, Christmas is a little less than a year from now, so I have time to think about this. What if I tried to dye my own yarn advent calendar? So I told Heike that, you know, I think that I would like to do this thing where I dye yarn for Christmas. And then I don't know when, we decided to do a swap. I don't know if I was like, I'm going to do you, don't worry about me, or what. Like, I think I was thinking at the beginning, I'll dye 2, I'll keep 1 set and give 1 set. Now, y'all, it's fun. It's hard though. It's really hard to dye your own yarn. So, like, if you're thinking, oh, I'll just be frugal and I'll just buy my own bear yarn and dye it. Think first. All of the protective gear, every time I want to dye, I have to trash bag my entire kitchen. I've already dyed my countertop blue. I'm in a rental. So just, think, do I really want to do this? It costs I think it costs like $25 average for 100 gram skein of yarn, like one of those hanks over there. On average, that's what it is. Knit Crate is cheaper, by the way. I do have a referral code for Knit Crate if you're interested. You get your first box for $5, where you get 2 of those skeins for $5. That's a really good deal. But it's hard to get the color right, to get the saturation right, and in general, just know what I'm doing. So I made notes because I wanted to tell you. However, I was a total noob and I forgot to I forgot to take pictures of my first dye pot, because I'm going to put in pictures here. My first ever yarn that I dyed, I was not happy with, so I didn't take pictures of it. I took a picture of me freaking out and hyperventilating over not knowing what I was doing and thinking that I could probably blow something up. That's my anxiety when I try something new. And then I go in with both hands, you know what I mean? And I get all in there, and then you can't get me out of that space. That's where I am right now. I would be dying right now, except it's too soft. It's soft. It won't dry. So let me show you my first skeins. I re-dyed those skeins 2-3 days later. Yes, 3 days later when the weather got good again, because we had like a storm in between. Okay. Hopefully I'll remember this right, because it's all a bit vague. I don't know if it was the respirator, because it's an actual like N95. I thought I wasn't going to get it until September. It came early. I digress. I decided that I would use the bear yarn that I got from Knit Crate first. They had a crate where they sent Kool-Aid and stuff. I didn't want to use Kool-Aid on my yarn. I'd rather drink it. No offense, but I'd rather drink it. So I made up some dye, and I believe that I did blue-green because I was looking to make like a teal. Well, it didn't work. It was very, very faded. In fact, pretty sure that did I only do, yeah. So the first one, no, that was the second one. Sorry, I'm getting confused in my own mind. All right, this one. I put in these 2 skeins first. Oh my goodness. It looks really good on camera as well. It looks awesome. So this is a blue tonal. Hi, Luna. I know I didn't tie them up correctly. I'm still learning. But I tried to put in speckles of purple in the second dye job that I did. I think they're pretty, they're luscious and pretty. I like them a lot. So that was that one. Then on the second dye, I also put in this one. This is a different type of yarn. So this is a 75% merino and 25% nylon. This is 100% merino, but single ply. So it's got this high twist look, which I really like. The color is much lighter, as you can see, because this already had dye in it, and then it picked up the new dye. So I didn't put a lot of dye in, and this just soaked it up. So I really like this kind of color. It's got areas of a little bit darker blue, then teal, and then some more bare places, and then there's some teal lines in it as well. It's gorgeous. If I open it up, it's gorgeous. I really like it. I am afraid of pooling, which is where you'll have repeating rows of the same color, and then it looks weird when you knit something solid. But I'm gonna try not to worry about that kind of stuff because I'm not a professional, and the only way that you can learn is by doing, right? So on that day, it kind of looks pink in this light, but that's cool to know. With the leftover dye, because the dye didn't adhere to the yarn. Like when I watched all these videos, when they put the yarn in, the dye pretty much soaked right in. Within 10 minutes, it soaked up all of that goodness. But mine never does that, so I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. I have citric acid and all of that, but something is wrong with the ratio, and I'm totally aware of that. So what I did was I decided to put in some Ada and just, use up that leftover dye. Why not, right? I don't want it to go to waste. So I dyed some Ada. I don't know what this is, okay? I really don't. But I think if I put it this way, I could get away with like a jellyfish, depending on the pattern. It might work for something, or I'll just use it for smalls. I'll like cut this off and use it like that. I don't know. I was just having fun. It's fun dyeing fabric. But I just threw it in there willy-nilly. I didn't know how to crumple or anything. So then on the 12th as well, I did a lot of dyeing. I then did blue and no, wait. Am I getting this mixed up? I could very well be getting this mixed up. I do remember that I dyed another batch and it was blue-orange. Yeah, no, that's this one. That's these. Okay, look at this. These are varying degrees of color. This one got the most orange, but it turned purple, which is cool. It's not twisted very well. I was very tired last night. So that one, this one did not pick up the orange at all, but it's a really nice one. And then this one I put in later to collect up all the rest of that dye, and I could easily dye over this later on. So it's very light. So these three are kind of like a fade, sort of, kind of. And then, I decided that I would try, because I had a lot of blue made up. I was using, without getting all technical and telling you all the things, basically I was trying to use the method where you mix the dye with water first, swish it around, and then pour that on top of the yarn. I'm putting up pictures of the dye pots so that you can see what the dye pot looked like, and then the final result, which is, it's quite shocking how different they are. So in this dye pot, I did a cross of red, and then I put blue around the outside of, like in a circle around it. I just thought, why not? Let's just experiment and see what happens. Oh my goodness. So I thought, I didn't know what to expect, but I was thinking blue-red. But it came out blue-pink and purple. So cool. Obviously blue-purple, but look at the pinks. So this one I want to call Candy Floss because it's just so fun and it reminds me of cotton candy. It's so pretty. Like, some sides are more pink than blue, and a lot of it is hiding inside the skein. Like, there's more blue in there. And, you know, you just pull it apart. This, however, this particular dye method is terrible. Don't do it. It depends on how you lay your yarn in the pot. This one is absolutely going to pool. Absolutely going to pool. So I may dye over it again, because why not? With the leftover dye from that, I went and made a spiral. You might have seen it if you're following me on Instagram. I made a spiral or a flower, a rose out of Ada, the tie-dye method, I suppose, that I find attractive. And I used the leftover dye. I just dunked it right in next to, oh, let me explain a little further as well. So this one, there's a slight difference in these two. This one is slightly more purpley instead of pinkish. Still has areas of pink. But this one I kept in the dye pot until the water cooled to near room temperature. It was still pretty warm, but those soup pots retain heat. This one I left in overnight for about 12 hours longer than this one. There isn't much of a color difference, so I don't need to keep them in the pot that long, which is good because I want to free up the pot to do more experiments. But it is important to let it cool down so that you don't shock the yarn when you go to rinse it out. So while I was letting this one cure overnight, I threw in this piece of blue Ada, and it's purple. And it looks really cool. I mean, it needs an ironing, but I have company staying with me right now, and I don't have time to do that. But I hope you can see the modeling. It's really cool. It's like little V's or something, a little cyclone or a blossom. You might see a flower in it. Sorry, that light is just too strong for it. Really cool. Just fun. It's so fun to experiment, you know? It's really messy though, y'all. Like it's really messy. So out of all of these, I think that my actual favorite is the high twist. this is the color that I wanted the most out of all of them. This kind of teal seafoam greeny blue. Love this color. If this color had a name, it would be Wendy. After you've gone off my meds. So that's that one. And it's so pretty. The others, I haven't decided. It's a lot of blue. It's a lot of blue. I'm wearing blue. It's a lot of blue. But I'm going to be experimenting as soon as the weather starts to cooperate. I'm going to be experimenting with other colors and trying different techniques to get a more quick bond to the fiber, because there's something that I'm doing that isn't working properly, and I just have to figure what that is. So I'm going to make sure that I take more detailed notes and pictures so that I can share that with you guys. But some of it I may keep a little hush-hush, because as much as I really want to surprise Heike. Now, she's not going to get the, even if, well, she's listening. Sorry, you're listening. You're not going to get the full appreciation for the colors unless you're in person anyway. Like this one, it has just this faint, almost pink. It's incredible. I love it. So yeah, I have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 more of the Stroll fingering weight, which is this base, the 75. It's a 75-25, just like the knit crate, but it's a different twist. This one is more spirally. The knit crate one is more spirally, that one. And this one is more my style, which is a little bit looser. I don't know how to explain it. I'm new to yarn, so forgive me. But it is really, really fun and daunting and all of those things as well. But I'm enjoying it. I'm just trying to relax and not like think too hard about it. I have to really play with color theory and science. And those are things that I haven't really got much experience in. So there's absolutely no worry whatsoever of me taking over somebody's yarn dyeing business, because I could not. I don't know how they do it. Mad props. Speaking of yarn dyers, how long have we been going on? Oh, good. I am recording. Oh my gosh. I was like, why does it say 0? So I found out about the Casa Pinka Empower People bandana. Basically what it is it's a purple bandana. I'll put up a screenshot here for you, to show your support for lots of things, but mostly to show that, you are participating in empowering people, people of color, who need that support. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit it and I'm going to wear it. But unfortunately, I am an international, what would you call me? I'm an expat, I guess. I live in Ireland. I'm still an American citizen. I vote by mail-in ballot all the time. And I would like to share my support by knitting a bandana with all of these other amazing people who are doing the same. It's beautiful. It's purple, and I love purple. And so I did a thing. I went looking for a purple DK weight yarn, which the pattern calls for. By going to Etsy, I typed in purple DK yarn, which DK is double knit, or like double weight, like a thicker weight, a worsted, not quite worsted weight. It's like if you took this yarn and you doubled it fiber wise. So if I knit with 2 strands of this at a time, that's what DK is, basically, as far as I understand. Anyway, Etsy, purple DK yarn. Then I applied the filter for Europe because I live here and it's less shipping. And I had a look at all of these, you know, pictures that were coming up and what I was being advertised. And I found this one shop, and it's called the Abby. I'm so sorry, but I can't keep everything in my head. And I will go here. Oh yes, I was looking for octopus needle minders last night. This is what I do, late night shopping. I didn't buy anything, but I didn't buy, okay, I didn't buy anything. Right, Abby Rose Design Store. It's Abby, Abbey, Abby Rose Design Store. All one word. What was canceled? Oh, right. I got it. Okay. I was about to be like, huh? So Abby Rose Design Store, I went to her first. I saw her first. She has incredible pictures. So that's what drew me into her. The graphic design is fab. She has like the inspiration photo and then the picture of the yarn, and the yarn looks incredible. I think she's using a light box, so it looks really, really good. And I just messaged her and said, I like what you're doing with your yarn. I think that it's fab. Can I ask for a custom request? Because she had it on her, you know, her shop info that she does take customs. So I told her about Casa Pinka. I told her about the pattern, and I asked if she would be interested in dyeing up some purple yarn so that I could tell you guys about it and send you over there as well. So once that yarn comes in, which it should be here probably next week, hopefully I can share that with you next Saturday. And if you like it, you can head on over to her shop. But I also was looking at my friend Ellie at Curio Yarns. She also has a store. It's not on Etsy anymore. She has her own website. And I love her yarn. Okay, like it's no surprise. I want to support small businesses, and so I went to her and I said, hey. Oh, by the way, she's got another Instagram now. She's doing Curio Yarns and Curio Stitches because she's making project bags for yarn, and I think she's making masks too. Forgive me if I'm wrong on that, but she's making, so okay. She's going to dye me a bespoke purple DK weight. So excited. And I know that she's really good with color. Like, I love the way that she does color. So I trust her. And I also, because we were talking and she was talking to me about the project bags and everything, I went ahead and ordered a project bag too. I'm so excited. I'm ridiculously excited. So I'm not sure when that'll come. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after, but I am absolutely going to share that with you. And I'm also going to knit a bandana out of her yarn. I'm going to try to do 2. Maybe I can give one away. Would that be something that you would be interested in? It's small enough, flat enough that I could chip it. So yeah, maybe I could do that. That sounds like a fun idea. And then, you know, we'll have 2. I just wanted to support them. It's a fun way to do it, so why not? So head on over and check them out if you're interested, and if you live in the UK or in Europe, they're close by. The shipping's not expensive, so it's nice. And oh my gosh, I can't believe that I almost forgot. Y'all, remember the shawl? Do I have it in here? No, I have it in the other room. You remember the pink and purple shawl that I made? The Plumatisse shawl. Well, I was doing that for the... Hi, baby. Sorry, I woke you up. Hashtag a lot of fluff knit along Cal. I won! I won! I'm so excited. I totally missed her message on Ravelry. She contacted me on August 3rd. Addison, poor Addison. I'm so sorry. Addison, if you're watching this, I am so sorry. I never thought to check my Ravelry because I'm like all over Instagram, you know? Hi, baby. And she messaged me and she let me know that I won. So I went over to her store and had a look. She said I could pick out my favorite 2 yarns from her shop. And I'm going to send her, I need to check my messages again because I am going to pay for the shipping. I decided to go with the colors Whispering Pines, which is this beautiful green. I need to give you a picture so you can see. Gorgeous. I feel like it would pair so perfectly with like maybe this tanny stellina or just a solid ivory. And then I also asked for Paintbrush, which is a gorgeous purple with these beautiful pink speckles in it. And oh my god, like I wanted all of the things. I love so many of her colorways. She has one called Hermione, which is just pink. You know, it's that dress that Hermione wears. Is it book 5? Goblet of Fire? Oh my god. Is it the Goblet? Yeah, it's the Goblet of Fire. I'm listening to that on Audible right now. Yeah, I feel like I get it. But anyway, yeah. So I'm so excited that I won the Cal. I don't normally participate in things because I feel so blessed to have what I have. I want to give back to people. So that's what I'm going to try to do with this channel. So please don't worry. I had a lot of fun participating in that Cal. I'd love to do more, but right now I have a lot of whips, and you can't see this. Like, you can see the corner here, but you can't see like half of my house in this room right now. So please forgive me. I promise I will have something soon because we're going to hit a very important milestone very soon. And I'm excited to share that with you and have something for all of the people who watch. But since you're here until the very end, I want to give you something else. I have this. I've had this sitting around for a little while. I got this as a gift in one of my kits from a shop called Diamond Shop. And so it's a little rainbow diamond painting sticker. And it's a little, oh, I'm not holding it correctly. It's a little rainbow diamond. Can you see that? And it has these little crystal drills. So those diamonds right there are actually crystals. Sorry about the glare. Sorry. Don't look at Picasso. Look at me. No. Okay. Well, hopefully you can understand. So basically, if you are a cross stitcher and you haven't tried diamond painting, you're curious, but you don't want to spend the money on it, let me spend money on you and give you this gift. It's very easy to follow. And if you need help with it, if you win and you need help with it, then just message me and I can help you. Or I have videos on my channel to help you with diamond painting. But I just want to give this to somebody who hasn't tried diamond painting yet. So if you have tried diamond painting, please give someone a chance who hasn't tried it. I will ship anywhere except Australia at the moment. I'm so sorry. I don't even know. Like Julie, I have Julie's giveaway prize from weeks ago and they still won't let me send it. So I'm really sorry about that. But if you would like to try diamond painting, please write the word diamond somewhere in your comment. DIAMOND. Same rules as before. Please don't use the word giveaway. Make sure that you have filled in that happy mail form. And yeah, good luck. Good luck to everybody who is going to enter in to win. I really, really like to give things, and I promise soon we will be giving some very big things. Thank you to everyone who has asked me if they could donate things to auction for charity, which will be coming up next month, and I'm just blown away. There's so much kindness in this community, and I am just I feel so at home here with you guys and talking to you all and getting your suggestions, and just having that interaction has really brightened, it's brightened up my life a lot. So thank you. All right, before I get emotional, let me go ahead and read you a poem, and then I'll let you go for the day. So I'm going to turn off the fan so that you can hear my voice better. Ooh, shall we read a long one? Okay, there's only 2 Irish words, so forgive me if I mispronounce them. I am really sorry. This is the book Second Sight by Paddy Bush. He is a local poet, and I have the link to this book down below if you would be interested in checking it out. I don't know if he has an audible version of it, but he is an incredible poet, and I believe that you should buy the book if you enjoy poetry. This one is called Aranan Speaks, and I apologize again. I know my Irish is lacking. It was I who first saw it over 9 waves, from my perch high in the rigging, the land like a prophecy over the mast. But it was on the very instant I yelled out that the keel shook from stem to stern. The mast split. I was flung out on my head on the rock, was swallowed back into the sea, into the salt water, was otherworlded into a sea being on an offshore rock. A lone witness, a lone listener to the landing and to all that ensued. Ceremonies, houses, and children's voices on the beach. I heard it from a distance, the boats whispering, up onto the sand, the great fanfaronade. Excuse me, never seen that word before. The clamorous shipping of the oars, the scramble onto shingle, and the ponderous words of my brother, windbagging that he himself was wind and wave, was hawk and salmon, was all being that lived, and did not himself who wouldn't last 3 days on this rock, harrowed by limpets, tormented by gulls, with only the trickery of words to shelter him instead of the rocky stubbornness now calcified firmly into my soul, my essence, my hate. Wave after wave battering me, choking me with crazed foam like the breast milk of the fury, nurturing death in me, then the bitter seaweed whipping me relentlessly back to life again. They claimed I was buried there with sane, over there on the hill, under standing stones to direct me towards the sun and moon, a claim as vain and empty as the grave itself. How can you bury what is not there to be buried? My body fragmented into sea and sky, without cradle, without grave, outcast on a rock, between my native shore and the shore of my longing. I did not set foot on new land, did not sing words that lasted, did not appropriate any territory, played no part in stories, but as an afterword, neither here nor there. I go back farther than race memories, barely here on Carragena. But listen, there is metal in the rock, day after day, not found in the longest of long-lasting words. Interesting. I believe that is an afterword from the last poem that we read last week. So if you didn't hear the poem from last week, you may want to go back and have a look, or listen rather, to understand that. And then I think there's one more. There's one more after that. So you all, thank you so much for staying with me, for joining me on my Flosstube. I really enjoy making these videos for you. If you enjoyed yourself, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video or go live, which I will be going live in the middle of next week, Wednesday. So I'll let you know. Just hit that bell and it will notify you when I'm about to go live. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye!